Number 1. Which of the following was not an effect of the book seen here? A. It increased the support of slavery in the North. B. It made Southerners defensive about their way of life. C. Caused more people to listen to abolitionists in the North. D. Increased the likelihood of Southern secession. Number 2. Which of the following was not true under the terms of the Compromise of 1850? A. California was admitted into the United States as a slave state. B. Slave trade was not allowed, but slavery was in the District of Columbia. C. Utah and New Mexico was admitted under popular sovereignty. D. A strong fugitive slave law was passed. Number 3. This poster, located in Boston, Massachusetts, was a warning against what part of the Compromise of 1850 that the South wanted the most? A. Slave trade in the District of Columbia. B. The admission of California as a free state. C. The Fugitive Slave Act. D. The admission of Utah and New Mexico under popular sovereignty. Number 4. Which of the following statements would illustrate Stephen Douglas's opinion about slavery in the new states? It is the duty of Congress to protect the rights of slave owners to their property in all states. B. The status of slavery in the new states should be determined by the vote of the people. C. Slavery should be outlawed in the lands acquired from Mexico. D. The Missouri Compromise is the legal way to decide the slavery question. Number 5. Based on the cartoon of the Sumner Brooks incident, which event of the Decade of Crisis is most likely caused by this event? Conflict over the Dred Scott decision, rising tension related to the Compromise of 1850, increasing violence in Bleeding Kansas and dividing the country. D. The publication of books like Uncle Tom's Cabin. Number 6. Based on your knowledge and map, how would slavery be determined in the Kansas and Nebraska territories according to the Kansas-Nebraska Act? A. Popular sovereignty. B. Both would be free. C. Both would be slave. Or D. Slavery was not discussed in the Kansas-Nebraska Act. Number 7. What conflict between free soilers and border ruffians is the cartoon illustrating? A. Harper's Ferry, Virginia. B. Sumner's Brook incident. C. Bleeding Kansas. D. The Compromise of 1850. Number 8. Which of the following documents issued by a senator from Pennsylvania declared that there would be no slavery in the territories gained from Mexico? A. The Fugitive Slave Law. B. Wilmot Proviso. C. Kansas-Nebraska Act. D. Popular Sovereignty Doctrine. Number 9. The idea that the people of a state vote on whether or not they want slavery is called A. Secession. B. Habeas corpus. C. Copperheads. D. Popular sovereignty. Number 10. Which of the following people is not correctly matched with their achievement during the Decade of Crisis? Harriet Tubman, Underground Railroad. John Brown, Kansas-Nebraska Act. C. Henry Clay, Compromise of 1850. D. Harriet Beecher Stowe, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Moving on to the constructed response. Okay. The first question is asking you to tell me what part each excerpt is in the Compromise of 1850, and then what region would support each part of the compromise. Number 2 is asking about the Dred Scott decision. What is the background of the case? So tell me about it. What is being questioned by the Constitution? What did the Supreme Court decide? There should be 2 things. And then what impact is the decision going to have? Number 3 is asking you to analyze one of the cartoons and tell me what is represented in each. And then tell me how each of those events is causing division in America. Okay, and again, you're picking one cartoon.